Queens. It's your favorite girl, BlakkMomba, here for chapter 2 of the Momba Raw and Unfiltered podcast. Did you miss me? I know I miss being here, bringing you content that matters. In the last chapter of Momba Raw and Unfiltered, it was my goal to firmly establish this podcast's authenticity through the sharing of my healing, mental health, and very raw and real vulnerabilities. I can confidently say that I met the goal with the support of you, loyal listeners who crave quality content. Momba Raw and Unfiltered has been downloaded over 1,000 times with listeners in over 250 cities in both hemispheres on all 7 continents. And although small to some, those analytics are mighty to me and represent my host page only. Who knows about the other platforms out there? Your emails, feedback, messages, and reviews about the podcast has blessed me with confirmation that what I'm creating here is needed, necessary, and vitally important in our world today. That your girl here isn't the only one disillusioned by that bitch named life and all of the agents she dispatches to campaign for the destruction of our minds, bodies, and spirits. We are all living within these caste systems and social constructs by design, and I'm here to destroy them and free minds from bondage. With all of that said, I want you to know what you can expect to hear and maybe see in this chapter of Momba Raw and Unfiltered. I can tell you that you are guaranteed to hear content that features dope souls near and far, some known, most unknown to me, from all over the world who are doing their part to help make this world brighter. Are you comfortable? If not, go ahead, sit back and relax. Prepare yourself to jump down these rabbit holes with me. Allow me to have the pleasure of navigating you through what building, collaborating, connecting, interacting, networking. Damn, shall I go on? And on and on and on? What doing all of that with these random and not so random beautiful people looks like. So, without further ado, I present to you Episode 1, Chapter 2. Hey, I think that rhymed. I got bars. Anyway, here we go. Episode 1, The Nappy Roots of Success, an intimate conversation about business, family, and self-care with healthy hair care stylist, Chasity Jeffries. Let's go. What's up, kings and queens? Today, Momba Raw and Unfiltered is being blessed with the presence of a dope soul, the beautiful and lovely Miss Chasity Jeffries. Chasity, along with her husband, Demecus Jeffries, are the owners of Shear Class Salon here in my city, the hub city, Jackson, Tennessee. I have been blessed to know Chasity at least for 6 to 8 years, maybe more, but to me it feels as if I have always known her. And that is a testament to beautiful spirit that I know that she has, and one of the main reasons why I chose her to take care of my children's hair. I'm telling y'all now, and I mean, are you listening? I'm about to tell you something, okay? It is vitally important to know who exactly has their hands on your crown. Understand the metaphysical access you are allowing them to have. Energy is everything, and if you know, you know. What I know for a fact is that Chastity's hands are infused with love and light, and that she uses those hands to not only take care of my children's hair, but to also take care of their spirits. There isn't too many people in this timeline that I entrust my children's well-being in. And that's unfortunate, but I'm still blessed and highly favored to not only have connected with, but actually build a sistership with this amazing, beautiful, dope, and talented queen here, Miss Chasity Jeffries. Hello, Chasity.
Hi, love. How are you?
I am so well, and I'm so thankful that you are here. How do you feel?
I feel amazing.
Okay, good. Because, sis, you know by now that I'm authentic, and the safe space that I'm building here on my podcast is not just filled with love and light, but raw and unfiltered honesty. So I stand on what I said in my introduction, and I hope you always know how special you are to me and to others.
You're special to me as well. You really are. You know it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for being open and willing to chop it up with me on the podcast today. I'm so excited to talk to you. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Chasity Jeffries. Married for 20 years. A mother of 4 amazing adult children now. That sounds weird. I think this is the first time that I've really said it like out in the open like this.
That's a whole nother podcast, honey. Just what that means for
Yeah.
you, for life, for them, and getting them elevated to the next stage, them being prepared to stand on their own. And girl, honey, anyway.
All the things.
All
the
those
things for
things.
young adults. Yes, ma'am. But been in business doing hair for 20 years as well. And yeah, just out here trying to stay afloat like everybody else and be intentional,
Yeah.
I think that's me in a nutshell.
I can appreciate that. I don't know if you know, but this chapter, or what I prefer to call chapter, but other people call seasons, I really wanted to highlight angels on earth, business owners, creators, social and cultural advocates, basically any and everyone who is doing their part to push humanity back away from the point of no return, who are dope souls striving every day to push their pain into purpose. People in our communities and communities around the world need to know exist, in my humble opinion. And, right there in comes you. So, sis, tell me, I want to know, how did you discover this path to becoming a hairstylist? Or what's your preferred title first? Let me ask you that.
I am a hairstylist.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any differentiation between, beautician or hairdresser.
Right. It just depends on where you are in life. The young kids, they want to be called a stylist. It really doesn't matter to me. It depends on who I'm talking to at the time. Because we all get the same thing done,
Amen. I can appreciate that. It's amazing how trendy things can find their way even in titles, in your field. That's amazing.
Yes.
Was this something you always knew you could create a business from? Was it always the plan to be a business?
Girl, absolutely not.
Honey,
I didn't have a clue about what I wanted to do in life. I know you didn't say anything about kids. So even kids, I didn't know if I wanted kids, and I liked them. But as far as business and what I'm doing now, I never thought as a young child that I'd be doing hair. I had none of that. I never played with dolls.
Wow.
We normally play with dolls and comb their hair and, play in our siblings and cousins' hair. I had none of that. My mom, she was like, girl, don't touch my hair. She was like one of those. But I had a grandmother who's not my biological grandmother, and she just don't know how she play a part in my life.
Thank God for good grandmas out there, honey. If you're blessed to have a good grandmother.
Girl, it's nothing like them. It's nothing like them. Yes. She would call me over like, girl, come plait my hair. Come scratch my scalp. I'm looking like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. And she's like, it doesn't matter. Just do it, So that's like my first initial dealings with hair.
What a beautiful origin story. That's amazing.
She's watching the stories, One Life to Live, All My Children, General Hospital.
Girl, I remember the days.
Right. And I'm trying to figure out what to do with this hair in my hair. And I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, that's like the initial. And then fast forward, I like to get my hair done. Now, my mom, she wasn't, I can't even remember my mom doing my hair as a child, to be honest. She would send me to the salon. And I would remember seeing people come in looking all distraught. And when they come out, It's like a brand new person. Literally everything. They're glowing.
Wow.
Girl, they can't, when you look good, you feel good. So they
Right.
got a little pep in their step. So I
You
absolutely
recognize
love
that even then.
I did. So even with seeing that, just after high school, it was just like a thought, this might be something I would like to do, but I still didn't have a clue because I
Right.
knew I wanted my hair done. I'm not putting my hands in nobody. I just wanted to be cute.
Right.
That's why I was there.
Ages and stages.
Yes. But fast forward again, and I end up having a baby, getting pregnant, having a baby, finding out it was a girl. And I know this is a long story, but this is,
girl, please.
this is
a
all
safe
of it.
space. You are welcome, honey. There is ever no time limit. I'm at your convenience. I appreciate you.
Yes, ma'am. Got pregnant. It was a girl. And I was like, oh my God.
How old were you?
I was 19.
Girl, same.
I was 19 and I was just like, first of all, I'm not going to know how to do this little girl's hair. Like I had no clue. And then after having her, trying to figure out how am I going to take care of this child, my family background, there's nobody really in college or doing anything big. We came from humble beginnings,
Right.
we're for food stamps, the whole nine. So it's like who you look up to. My sister, on the other hand, she went to school to be a nurse.
Okay.
And I admired her so much. But in the midst, I was like, okay, I had a decision to make. I knew that I like nursing. I love to see my sister do her job. She worked at a nursing home and I worked there for a while and I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do. I was a CPN and I was just helping,
Yeah.
But after I was like, nah, prayed about it and hair won. I was in church on a Thursday night and a prophet was just kind of speaking over the church. She said there's somebody that's been praying about what they need to do in life. And she said, whichever one you choose, God said, whichever one you choose, he'll make it work for you. And after hearing that, I thought about it. I was like, it was either nursing school, 4 years, or I can be out with hair school within actually 9 months if you do it on time. And I said, that makes more sense to me.
But that sounds like to me, Chad.
What's that?
That word was delivered especially for you. You already knew what you wanted to do, but there was some type of resistance there for whatever reason. At the end of the day, honey, it's hard. And you're young and it's scary, unknown territory, and there's fear and there's self-doubt, opinions. And, at some point, you got a word specifically for you that activated you into doing something.
Yes, ma'am. And that's how we started, girls. That was a Thursday night in service. Monday morning, I was enrolled in school, ready to go. And even my story of hair school, that's probably a different podcast on a different day, but that was different, but amazing in itself.
And you are welcome to come back anytime and we can talk about that because there's a lot of interest surrounding beauty, as it always been an important part of our culture, the melanated culture. So knowing that, knowing what you know now and having navigated the ups and downs of successfully staying in business and owning your own business for what you say, like 20 years now?
Yes.
What is a piece of advice you can offer anyone considering entrepreneurship?
Just to be persistent. Don't stop. It may not look like what you want it to look like or feel like what you want it to feel like right now, but if you just keep going, everything is what's going to happen for you. And you'll be like, oh my God, I've literally been in this thing for however many years you're in it at the time, Always look for the next new, keep your ears open. Don't think you can't learn from the younger generation because the younger generation are bringing things back that we've already done. And this is the thing, knowing that we've already did it, they're bringing it back. We already got the upper hand getting it into the younger generation. They're going to keep it on what's now.
My next question is, and that's so amazing because I wanted to ask you, how do you stay relevant? How do you keep up with trends, training, or what does that look like for you to stay competitive in modern day times? Because styling is a big industry.
Right. Well, we all know that there's nothing new under the sun.
Right.
So hair is hair all day long. But at the end of the day, you just got to know what to implement at what time.
Right.
Always test the waters or anything, because with hair, you can specialize in one particular thing. And certain people do it and it's amazing. Even with me, I specialize in healthy hair, but healthy in the realm of healthy with color, healthy with non-relaxer or relaxer. I want people to have healthy hair in every part of that. But I know as a culture, we get scared to do color and different things. It's like we get stuck.
I think that is just knowledge. And it goes back to when you were a young girl and even how your mother approached hair. It's like when you know better, you do better. You got those who know better and are choosing. A whole bunch of young girls have nobody teaching them nothing other than what they're seeing online and what's trending, and what's popular isn't always healthy. In your experience over the years, taking care of melanated hair specifically, what are some unhealthy things that we do to our hair that we should avoid? And what are some healthy habits we can implement in our hair care routines that's good for our hair?
Well, off top, always wrap your hair. Always. You want to keep it moisturized, and using that satin bonnet or scarf is going to help keep the moisture in, because a lot of times people say, well, my hair won't grow. Your hair is growing.
Mm-hmm.
It's breaking.
Right.
And to prevent that breakage, what do you want to do? You want to treat it. Good protein treatments, oil treatments, moisturizing things, and you have to know what to do at what time. And also, people don't realize checking your vitamin levels is always a plus, because hair grows within. Whatever you put in your body, it's going to come out, and it can come out in your hair as well as anything else. A lot of times, hear people talking about their skin is not where they want it to be because they're not drinking enough water. Well, it's the same thing with your hair. But yeah, just trying to have a balanced diet, stress, that.
Girl, I know for a fact at one of the most stressful times in my life, I had hair that literally broke off in the crown. Girl, it wasn't like a half an inch short, and it was just right in the middle of my hair. It's like that was my stress spot. Completely broke off, like right there on my crown, sis.
It can be in your crown, it can be your edges. I've had people that have spots as big as $50, and they'll be as slick as the back of your hand.
I've skipped my period being stressed. I know how it can affect your body.
Right. A lot of people give their hairstylists a lot of flack because they don't realize how stress work, or when you're stressed. Say, for instance, you were stressed all December and just going through the motions.
Right.
Well, February comes and your hair's falling out, but you're fine and dandy, and it's Valentine's, and you just in the mood for love. And you don't understand why your hair's falling out. That's because they cursed you out, and your reaction is in February,
Right.
So
that makes so much sense. And
Yeah,
even skin healing, what does that look like? Because it's not just taking care of your hair, but your mind and your body on top of that. It's amazing how that's a whole symbiotic relationship, a whole trinity that has to work together in order for you to be the best you possible. Because ain't no point in you taking care of your hair if you still finna be stressed out and that stuff finna be falling right back out, sis. And now that's gonna add to your depression. You're gonna start feeling bad about yourself and doing unhealthy things to try to look. Girl, honey, it's a whole cycle we can go down.
Whole rabbit hole. Like, honestly, and people really, they don't realize the balance in nutrition and self-care. We have to take care of ourselves, mind, body, and spirit.
Right.
It shows up.
You'll have those that say, well, look, I can't afford to go get my hair done. But sis, there are things you can do at home. You don't have to go get your hair done. Let your first initial appointment, which I'm sure you will suggest to anybody that's dealing with any type of unhealthy hair situation, whatever that may be, or diagnosis like alopecia and such, that comes with the stress of braiding and pulling and all that stuff. Kids love to talk about folks' edges and girl, I swear, but It all comes with the territory. Go somewhere and get a consultation where somebody can tell you exactly how to treat your hair. And if they're not doing that, what are you going there for?
Yes, they should be able to tell you. And then whatever they tell you, listen, take heed and actually do the things and give it time, because everybody wants a quick fix. There's not a quick fix.
Right.
Take the time and be patient. See what it looks like.
That's an affirmation for life in every situation, honey. Shoot. The sacrifice of waiting, of time, because we want those instant results. And when you don't see it right away, you're more apt to go back to old, bad, toxic habits, unhealthy habits, because you're not seeing results as quickly as you want to. Well, you're paying more attention to it. You know what I mean? And what you paying more attention to, it's like my mama say, well, you trying to watch water boil, it ain't gonna never boil. Because you steady trying to watch it and it don't be boiling when you watch it. Like, damn, can you boil already? I'm trying to get this other food on. You know what I mean? Don't mind me. I try to draw analogies or try to help other people draw analogies to life so they can make it applicable. This is what it looks like, in real time, what it feels like when you're going through things and dealing with stuff, and nobody wants to talk about it. They gloss over that stuff, but they don't tell you what it looks like beneath the surface. We don't want to dig that deep.
Me, at this point in my life now, I think about all the adult things that nobody told me about. I'm screaming, even if it's not my child, baby, let me tell you.
And that's why I love you. Shoot, each one teach one. Now look, I can drop it, but you better pick it up. I can't make you pick it up, but I'm dropping gems and I'm planting seeds. You gonna remember. There's plenty of things I can draw parallel to and say, my mama sure did tell me. You'll be able to see different points in life where someone gave you some advice that you weren't mentally prepared for whatever reason to hear. So messages have to be on time, and honey, you have to be open to hearing those on time messages because they'll change your life. So I want to know how many hats you wear, like with wife, mother, business owners. I know that's just a few of them. What's it like navigating the challenges mentally, emotionally, and spiritually that comes with so many roles and responsibilities, sis? Because life be life, and tell me, how do you stay sane?
I don't know who discovered that statement, but you know what? Praying, doing self-care, reading positive things, affirmations. Like, I got up this morning and was listening to one of my devotionals because it was just saying, hey, the life is going to be what it is,
right,
but look for joy. It had in there, she said, you look for joy and peace like you look for your favorite sweater in the middle of whatever.
Right? With urgency.
Just think, when you're looking for that favorite sweater, you got clothes thrown everywhere. It's chaos.
Don't be distracted by the mess.
Because if you try to pick up all this other stuff, you'll never get to that sweater. Or if you do get to that sweater, you're going to miss out on whatever you're trying to put it on for. You know what I'm saying?
Or you going to give up, stop looking for it at all, honey, and not go where you were supposed to go and just say, you know what, forget it, I ain't going. You go waste money or let that be your excuse to go buy you a new one, or, those rationalizations we make. So definitely chaos can be a distraction. You got to have focus.
Yes, ma'am. And just trying to keep a good balance, getting up and knowing the things that you have to do throughout the day and just try to tackle each thing one at a time. Life is hard. It's not perfect.
Right.
In the midst of the rain, when it rains, and you know what rain is for, is to clean things.
Right. Wash away.
Right.
Honey, water is the most powerful element on earth. It can shape mountains. I mean, come on now.
Yes. Even in tears, baby, because God, he said he bottled them up. They're a strong component as well.
Right.
Remember, I be like, oh, I gotta be so strong. I got never cried, never had that emotion for the most part. Now, honey, I'm good and grown.
Honey, people don't see the beauty in it. It's ugly. It's not pretty. It's snot. It's tears. It's puffy eyes. It's pressure, sinus pressure. It's a number of physiological reactions going on in your body. Stress can be that ugly. It don't always look that extreme. Sometimes it could just be those quiet ones, Lord, where you just got a leak or two. Get to a space and relieve the pressure and then put your armor back on and get back in there, because we are human. And what do all humans have? Emotions. We all have the same emotions all across the world. There's nothing that differentiates us between us in this hemisphere and somebody in another hemisphere. We all have emotion, but it's how we react and respond within that emotion that determines our character, who we are, and where we are mentally and emotionally. So when we find ourselves acting out in certain ways, take a look back, have a little bit of self-reflection and ask yourself, what exactly is triggering me? Let's get to the root of the issue and the problem and fix it, because you can no longer make excuses for the way that you act, behave, talk, for the things that you think and believe in. These are choices. With that said, Shear Class is a family-ran salon, and just with planting seeds, tell me how you feel about raising business-minded children and how that may be an asset to them in the future. Are you finding anything? I can't imagine what negative can come from that, but yeah, tell me how you feel about that, raising a family and owning a business.
God knows what we need. Me being able to raise my children in the salon was such a flex for me.
Facts. They be in there working, and honey,
baby,
they know what they doing.
I'm a mother to my soul, and me having been able to have my babies around me, just not having them at sitters or whatever, that was the biggest thing for me. But then having them there at that point when they were younger, I never thought about them watching me and seeing what I'm doing, how I carry myself, how I talk to people. That was teaching them,
I was word right there, sis.
You got all these other people pouring into your kids, teaching their kids whatever. You don't know because you're not around. But when you're there and you know that you're wanting more for life, and they're seeing that.
Kids see everything. Even the things you think they don't see, they see.
Oh, yeah. Honey, sometimes they see too much.
They talk too. They ear hustlers by nature. They hear everything. They see everything, honey. They know the business. You hear me?
Yes.
Thinking your kids, don't they do? Show them a little respect. They intelligent.
Yes, because they are very small, little intelligent beings.
Right. Don't be mad at them. Well, it's your job. Saying, one, what are you showing them? And then two, don't be mad at them when they vocalize those very same things. And it's your job to teach them what they heard about, what they see. Folks out here just so lackadaisical about it. Anyway, I digress as usual. I'm sorry. Girl, I'm about to go on a rant. Stop me now. Lord Jesus. Anyway.
I mean, from that, them seeing how I conduct business until now, them being young adults, honey, they can run the salon without me now.
That's amazing.
They, of course, questionings on chemical things, but anything else, sometimes even your children come, I might not even be there. I might not get there until 30, 40 minutes later, depending on what needs to be done prior, and they're running it. They're doing the things. There's not a step that wasn't made on your babies. Yeah, I'm grateful for that. Me paying them, because they're my kids, I have to treat it like a business. Right. I want them to want to be there. So paying them to be there is good, because even if they don't want to do the exact things that I'm doing, they can add on but still have their own business.
Right. And look, they got the foundational, the rough draft experience that you weren't privy to, that you had to work hard to know and learn. So that's legacy. That's how you pass down mindset. Would you consider what you're passing down generational knowledge?
Yes.
Something that they can teach your future grandchildren, and they build upon what girl, honey, that's legacy.
It is.
But girl, I got 3 T's. That's all I want to know. 3 T's, and not the tea you getting from Starbucks, okay? And I mean your raw truth about your favorite and least favorite part about being a hairstylist.
My favorite and least favorite part is the same.
Is it?
Because you amazing people that, you know, they're understanding. They come in with a problem. I have a solution. But then we got the ones that want you to be a miracle worker, baby. And that's not in my portfolio.
Girl, which means the tea on this. Have you ever had a dissatisfied client? And if so, how did you react and respond? I mean, what did you learn from those interactions?
So let me see. A dissatisfied client. You know what? If I have, it's been so many years ago when I first started. I just really don't remember.
Girl, that's what I'm talking about.
On me.
When you know, you know. I mean, hey, slay.
My issues with clients have been dishonest, you know.
Right.
Don't write me a bad check, baby, knowing you ain't got no money, that type of stuff.
I've been seeing a lot of that on social media lately where people are running out on services, getting their nails done. Or can you imagine? That's a whole different thing. But sis, look, tell me, Chasity, what does the future look like for you, yourself, and Shear Class Salon?
The future, you know, we just can't say staying the same because anything that's stagnant is not good. But moving forward, whatever the next is, I'm always open to opportunity and growth. So with that being said, the next best thing. I know that my children are in the salon with me now, 2 of them at the moment, and we are looking to hire someone who does nails and pedicures and facials. So just to have a top job. Right. That's what we're looking for at the moment.
Well, girl, it is already done. And if I know you, it's going to be right. And I can't wait to patronize those services when you begin to offer them at Shear Class Salon. So anybody tuning in, I need them to know that her husband, DJ Stylez, Mr. Demecus Jeffries, is what I call my loctician, okay? He keeps these beautiful... Girl, tell him.
Baby, the best in West Tennessee. He ain't going to hype himself up, but his wife will.
I know that's why. Say it twice so you know it's nice. I'm telling you, not only do you have the wife's endorsement, you have a physical embodiment. You know, my crown is lovely. He's been taking care of my locks for the past 4 years. Consistently, ain't nobody had their hands in my head but your husband. Okay? I would feel some type of way. I mean, in the spiritual sense, not in the, you know, the romantic sense. I would feel like I was cheating on him with somebody else. Like,
as you should, you would be cheating.
Girl, I just can't. You know, the only way I would have to be out the country or something and some Nigerian or somebody was twisting my hair up. But I can't even imagine then. I just been like, nah, leave my stuff alone. We nappy over here. Happy locks, happy locks.
My husband, honey, he is amazing. Quiet. He's what they call the quiet storm.
He is amazing.
As far as hair cutting, he can do everything. He just did my hair yesterday, baby. I'm walking around here with these curls that's bouncing.
Girl,
like, yes, honey, look.
That's so, I can't imagine. You know, that's so beautiful. You know, to be able to have a husband that does your hair and doesn't mind doing your hair and does it well, honey.
My husband, honey, doing my hair. You know, us doing each other. We had a date yesterday at the salon. I cut his hair, shaved his face. He did my hair.
What a love language, girl.
Like no other. So yeah, I love it. I love it.
And like I said, you know, I haven't experienced, but I don't, energy is everything. And I know everything ain't rose petals and sunshine and rainbows all the time. There's ups and downs that come with any relationship. By God, just relationships, period. You guys have been married for a long time with grown children and all those lives to manage. Not only your own emotions, but, you know, trying to help mold and navigate your children's emotions so they turn out to be healthy mentally and emotionally and physically. You know, all the things that you're pouring into them to elevate them into being better human beings. Because come on now, honey, the world is so ugly. It's so ugly. And our children, our kind of children, honey, they're different. You know them. You spend personal time with them. You know how different they are.
But they're good different, what the norm, they're the opposite of what the world say that they're looking for in children and what they want them to be. That's what our children is. But what they show is the small percent that's the loudest.
Right.
They're not showing our children.
Nope, and that's why, once again, what are you showing your children? Because they are watching, even as adults, because you're still growing.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, you were 19. I was 19. When I had my first child, I was growing with my child. I didn't know nothing about nothing. I was a baby in the game, into the world of men, finances. Everything was new. No life experience. No nothing to prove my mettle.
The only experience we had was what we were watching on television, honey.
Right.
And that is not true.
Right. Or what our parents told us, or what we saw in our own families that we thought was normal, that really isn't normal. There are things that went on in the 80s if it was to go on this day and age, honey, and we won't get on that for all kinds of various reasons. That's a hot button topic right there. But all I can say is, when you know better, you do better. Not even that. I take that back. When you know better, you have an opportunity to do better. Just because you know better don't mean you doing better, because you still choosing. Some people are choosing. So thanks again for coming on to Momba Raw and Unfiltered podcast and just doing what we normally do whenever we talk, and that's just be us, sis, and that's authentic. Please remind everyone tuning in who you are, where they can find Shear Class Salon, the services you offer, and why they should book an appointment with you today.
Well, I am Chasity Jeffries. We own Shear Class Salon. I specialize in healthy hair. Silk press, relaxers, we do. My husband is a loctician and a barber. My daughter does makeup, and
all of y'all had your hands in my family's head, from Tiana, my oldest, and now my two little ones.
Amazing. I just love them. They're my babies.
Girl, I'm trying. Pray for me, honey. They be testing my gangster every day. Every day.
They will. Look, but a blink of an eye, all that's going to be over, and you're going to wish they was testing your gangster.
Girl, all the time. I miss them as babies.
Yes.
I love my babies as babies, and I don't care what anybody say. I surely wouldn't mind going back in time.
Yes. I feel the same.
I can get baby fever fast. It's horrible. I swear, I love children.
I get it. I promise you, I get it.
Let me bring it back.
You can find us at 375B Vann Drive. My husband's there Tuesday through Saturday. I'm normally there Thursday through Saturday. That's a whole nother story.
It's okay, because life be lifing, and some things take priority. That's why it's amazing that you got people that can fill in the gap.
Yes. But yeah, you can always reach me on my cell phone, 731-803-3442. Please text me. Don't call, because I'll get a text before a call any day. You can find my husband on StyleSeat as Demecus Jeffries.
Instagram, DJ Stylez. That's DJ, right? STYLEZ.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's a number attached to that, but type in Jackson, Tennessee, and you'll pop up with a DJ Stylez. Go check out his work. Like I said, he does my hair, and we locked in, literally. I ain't going nowhere, and he better put in a notice if he do, because we gonna have to have a conversation.
He's not going anywhere either.
Girl, yes.
But it was good talking with you. This was a really good talk today.
Girl,
Thank you for inviting me.
Yes. People don't understand. Even though I'm talking to you, I'm still sharing myself. And it takes energy to talk to people, to get on the phone. That's why a lot of the times we end up not talking to people. Because, honey, when we do get some free time, we are trying to prioritize things like our mental health. pouring into our family and trying to get our cup refilled, then we have to really be intentional about maintaining friendships and cultivating relationships, because it's hard. It's getting harder and harder out here, and it's okay to acknowledge that. And nobody's being selfish. The world is just getting more demanding of everything. It won't show soul. You know what I'm saying? So you have to work extra hard not to get a world your soul, honey. And it's hard. I'm in a season where I'm trying to be more intentional, where I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do. If I say I'm going to show up, I'm going to show up. If I say we going to meet for lunch, we meeting for lunch. If I say I'm recording a podcast on Sunday, if I'm going to the gym, if I'm cooking dinner, even if it's the smallest of things, I'm trying to practice just standing up and staying intentional, because it's hard.
It's a lot, but I mean, you got this, sis. We got this.
We have to do this again about anything or whatever.
Yes.
Well, look, I will talk to you and speak to you soon. I am sure of it.
Yes, ma'am.
I hope your day is nothing less than amazing. I love you.
Same here. Love you too.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. We landed safely on the other side, kings and queens. How was your ride? I do hope that the conversation I had with the beautiful and talented Miss Chasity Jeffries was found to be educational, fun, and higher vibrational. Did you catch all the gems dropped on this Easter Sunday? Big shout out to this dope soul for being open and willing to share her authenticity, expertise, and testimony with the Momba Raw and Unfiltered podcast. If you are listening from the hub city or surrounding areas and are in need of a hairstylist that specializes in healthy hair care, or a barber/loctician that is both certified and qualified to get your hair and locks looking amazing, then be sure to go see Chasity and Demecus at Shear Class Salon, 375 Suite B, Jackson, Tennessee, 38305, and book an appointment with them. Links to their social media platforms, along with their address and phone number, are provided in the show notes. Links to their social media platforms, along with their address and phone number, are provided below in the show notes. When you call, be sure to tell them that Momba sent you. Everybody, thank you. Thank you sincerely for being here with me, lending me your ear, your support, your time. It means the world to me. I got big plans for the platform in development, so stay tuned. Before I go, will you please do your favorite girl a favor? If you haven't already, be sure that you like, follow, and share Momba Raw and Unfiltered podcast on all of your social media accounts and favorite digital streaming platforms. Any and everywhere that you enjoy your music and podcasts, you can find Momba Raw and Unfiltered, a YouTube page where I plan to upload live and pre-recorded content is officially up too. Go help me get my subscribers up, and be sure to turn your notifications on so that you will never miss out on when new content drops. If you really rock with your girl, be sure that you rate and review the show too. This is important. I can't stress it enough. And it is also free to do and takes very little of your time. I mean, who doesn't like free, right? Your ratings and reviews go a long way to helping Momba Raw and Unfiltered podcast shine bright and help others find their way here. You can find every link to the podcast provided below in the show notes as well. Thank you in advance for your love and support, beautiful people. Until next time, kings and queens. And by that, if you're not aware, next time means next Sunday. And every Sunday at 7 p.m. thereafter. I know, right? That's exciting news. Look at your girl, trying to be consistent. Momba Raw and Unfiltered will be delivering you a hot and ready, authentic audio experience through bonus content, collaborations, and monologues every Sunday evening this season. Stay tapped in with your favorite girl. So, kings and queens, you should already know what's next. Be good, Be safe, stay healthy, and drink your water. Water is life. Peace.